Hello everyone, welcome you all to begin Tiny YouTube channel. Once again, happy to meet you all. Kindly share this video with your friends and fellow students so that they can also be benefited. And introduce this channel to your friends and your loved ones and your neighbors. Click the bell button for future notifications so that you can get the intimation about the new videos as soon as it is released. I hope you will enjoy this lesson fully. Once again, hearty welcome to social science lesson. This lesson is based on the Maharashtra State Board syllabus. This can be used for effective teaching, for effective revision, for effective testing, and for effective self-learning. Today, let us study about the 7th lesson in 10th standard syllabus. Topic name is Human Settlements. Let us study about India. There's human settlement in India. Why there are variety in settlements pattern in India? Let us study about the reasons for variety of settlements in India. First, the climatic factors play an important role in fixing the settlement pattern. The next, the availability of drinking water, fresh water, leads to development of settlement pattern. The next is slope of the land. If the land is flat, plain, low-lying, definitely settlement will be more. If it is a rugged land or a mountainous land or a desert land, that settlement will be very less or low, or sparse settlement will be there. And finally, the level of development. According to the basic infrastructure and the availability of natural resources, the settlement will be there. If the area is well developed, means definitely the settlement will be more. So these are the various reasons for variety of settlements in India. Nucleated settlements. If you take this nucleated settlement, this nucleated settlement is found throughout the plateau region. India occupies a huge part with plateau region. So in the plateau region of Narmada Valley, we can see the nucleated settlements. We can observe paddy lands in many parts of our country, especially the North Indian plain region located to the south of Himalayan mountainous range. It spreads in the states of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Vidyan Plateau and other cultivated parts. There you can see the cultivation of paddy. Paddy is cultivated in large quantity. Dispersed settlements. in the mountainous region or in the mountain slopes or in the uneven topography or undulating topography or dissected land area, we can see dispersed settlement. This is found in tribal parts, central part of India, Himalayan slope, and land with dissected and uneven topography. All these area we can experience dispersed settlements. Now the human settlements in Brazil. In Brazil, the human settlements can be classified into two. One, the settlements nearer by Amazon river, and another one, the settlement that belongs to coastal areas. So Amazon river basin settlement one, and the coastal area settlement the another one. These are the two groups of settlement in Brazil. If you see Brazil, the earlier settlements formed by the settlers from Europe. The European people migrated to the coastal areas while they were finding sea routes. They found many land areas. New lands were discovered, and these lands were large in size, and these lands were not occupied. Only native people were there, and not only that, the climatical condition in that new area was the same as of European continent. So they started to settle in the coastal areas of South American continent and Brazil. That is why we can see the European settlements in the beginning, because in the people they experience the same type of climate. They settle nearer to the coastal area because that will be easy for them to move. For transport purpose, easy transport purpose, they settled nearer to the coastal areas, and based on that area, the nearby areas started settled. So settlement developed and densely populated. It turns into a dense populated area. What are the major reasons for the dense population in the coastal region or settlements in coastal areas? One, the coastal climate is hot and humid. It is conducive for settlement, living, surviving. Second, in Brazil, the flat land is limited. Only nearby coastal area we can find the flat land. The remaining or most of the part of Brazil, it is occupied by rugged topography due to the highlands, Brazilian Shield and Guyana Highland. So rugged land. The flat land is limited in Brazil, and good water supply is also available in this region, and huge quantity of natural reserves are also there in this region. That is why this region is the major densely populated settlement region. Example, Sao Paulo, one of the important metropolitan and industrially developed city of Brazil, city and state. And further, Sao Paulo region is covered by rich soil, fertile soil, extensive area occupied by or under rich soil. And this area is very ideal, suitable for cultivation of coffee. For growing coffee, this area is very apt, suitable. And not only that, large supply of minerals and iron is there in Sao Paulo. That is why you can see the nucleated settlements in Sao Paulo. Not only that, in Sao Paulo region, the energy is available in plenty, steadily, without any hindrance or without any disturbance. The southeast area of this region is having good transport system well developed in this area. All these factors make Sao Paulo a nucleated settlement in Brazil. We have learned the reason for nucleated settlement in Sao Paulo. What about the rural areas in Brazil? If you go to the northeastern highlands, there you can see the rural area. Why? Because this northeastern part experiences extreme drought. That area is called drought quadrilateral region. So that is why it is not developed. It appears like rural area. And in this northeastern part, it is very difficult for practicing agriculture. We cannot cultivate crops because inadequate or low rainfall. So the settlements in this area is very sparsely settled population. Even the settlements become sparse in central part of Brazil. So in this area, you can observe, you can find rural type of settlements. What are the reasons for sparse settlements? 1. In the northern part, thick, dense equatorial rainforest, the Amazon basin region is covered with equatorial rainforest. This region, the climate is unhealthy and it is unfit for settlements. That is why sparse settlement. Second, the limitation of natural resources use and exploitation is also very less or very low. That is why sparse settlement is found in this region. And the transport system, it has poor links. You cannot connect with the rest of the Brazilian land. So poor transport link, that is why sparse settlement in this area. So equatorial rainforest, then unhealthy and unfit climatical condition lead to sparse settlement, limitation in use and exploitation of natural resources and poor transport. All these are The reasons for sparse settlements. Urbanization in India. Let us learn about urbanization in India. First, how is urbanization measured? If you take the urbanization is measured in terms of percentage of urban population to the total population. That means the number of people living in cities or in urban areas, towns, in total population. Based on that, the urbanization is measured. If you take India, growth of urbanization is slow. According to 2011 census, only 31.16% of people they settled in urban area. If you compare to the developed nation, it is quite low. At the same time, urban population is increasing. Nowadays, the number of people settling in urban area is increasing rapidly. There is an expansion of urban centers in many areas, in many parts of India. Emergence of new towns, new cities play a significant role in formation of urban area. What about the percentage of urbanization? If you take the urbanization in India, the urbanization is very more in south than the North India. South India is more urbanized part. Goa is the most urbanized state. 62% of people living in urban area in this small Goa state. And if you take the Union Territory, Delhi is having the urbanization more than 80%. So the Union Territory, Delhi has more than 80% of urbanization. What are the states in India have more urbanization? The following states are the more urbanized states. They are Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Kerala. These are the 4 states that has more urbanization. Low urbanized states in India: Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Rajasthan. These are the states have low level of urbanization. What about the urbanization in Brazil? If you take Brazil, one of the few developing countries, highly urbanized country. That means in the developing countries list, this is or the Brazil is one of the important country having highly urbanized population. The urbanization in Brazil is growing very steadily. Substantial urban growth is found in Brazil. Unique and underlying factors contribute to present day rapid economic growth in Brazil. Some of the important factors and the uniqueness of the country leads to rapid economic growth of Brazil. If you take Brazil, 86% of population live in urban areas, that means in cities. The term or the word urban not very clear in Brazil. Why? Most of the people are living in urban area. They are already living in urban area, so the common people, they do not know about the clear about that term urban. Rapid urbanization is taken place in south and southeastern part. We have already studied because of the low-lying area, availability of water, availability of rich natural resources and good transport facilities, all leads to the dense population that leads to the urban development. Sao Paulo emerges as major metropolitan city, and not only that, even a highly developed industrial area. Nowadays or at present days, the government of Brazil promotes Go West policy. Already we have learned in this lesson, the population is highly concentrated in the eastern part, especially the southeastern part. In the previous 6th lesson, when we were studying about the population, we learnt very clearly. So the high density in the southeastern part. So the government wants to increase the development in the western side, wants to create balance between the east and west. So that is why government started propagating Go West policy to reduce the pressure on few areas concentrated with huge population. To reduce the regional imbalance, the government promotes Go West policy. Urbanization occurred more in coastal states of Brazil than the interior parts of Brazil. The states like Sao Paulo, Goiás, Minas Gerais, these states have more urban population states in Brazil than the northern side. Population and urbanization is less in Amazon basin and Brazilian highlands. The Amazon basin is not suitable for living. Climatic condition is unhealthy and unfit, and the transport system also very less, no proper link with other countries, no exploitation of resources. That is why Amazon basin has less population. Brazilian highland, it is highland region, rugged land. That is why the population is less in Brazilian plateau or shield or Brazilian highland. In Manas, part and confluence of river Negro and river Amazon, urbanization is occurred nowadays. Okay, in the area where river Negro and Amazon join, meet, in that area nowadays urbanization is taking place. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you will be benefited with this lesson, and share it with your friends so that they can also be benefited with the lesson, and you can use this lesson for revision. Whenever you have free time, you can listen to this lesson so that it will be good for revising. Once again requesting you to subscribe the Begin Danny YouTube channel, introduce to your friends, share with your friends, and click bell button for notification so that you may not miss any new lessons or any new videos. So it will be very good for getting the lesson immediately. Thank you. Let us meet in another lesson.